is Mills Lane. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unification of the WBC and the WBA Heavyweight Championships. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Magnolia, North Carolina, weighing in at 233 pounds, with a professional record of 19 wins, 5 defeats, with 14 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the WBA Heavyweight Champion of the world, James Bonecrusher Smith. And in the blue corner, from Catskill, New York, weighing 219 pounds, he is undefeated in his professional career with 28 wins, no defeats, 26 KOs. He is the WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
All right. Emil, Commando. Kevin. Okay, now, step back, one step back, one little bit. Okay, now, we've gone over all the instructions in the dressing room, and if it's for the title, any questions from Mr. Smith or his chief second? Any questions from Mr. Tyson or his chief second? All right, let's get it on, come on.
You never know what's going to happen when a man gets hit harder than he's ever been hit before, and it's possible for both fighters here. This fight has already gone longer than some people expected.
Harold, how do you see it so far? First round. Tyson right on Smith's chest. Strong left jab by Tyson.
All right, come on, don't push your own bounce.
There's the first right hand by Smith. Nowhere near its mark.
It's also a straight right hand, and Smith will often come from right to left. Like that. Left to right.
Step back clean. Step back, don't push. Come on.
Tyson unloading on Smith. Punching right hand.
Come on.
If you notice a tactic Smith is using, that he raises his arms and is trying to make Tyson punch around his arms, which is a long way to go for a much shorter man.
Come on, let's go.
So look for Tyson to try to come straight up the middle with an uppercut.
Three-punch combination, 2 of them landed heavily.
Step back, don't hold on. Come on, step back.
Although he's very aggressive, Tyson prides himself on also being a good defensive fighter. He hasn't been hit solidly very often.
Step back, hold him on. You can't hold him up. Come on, man, fuck, come on. Step back, Mike, step back. Step back.
Tyson does have to lunge up at him a little.
Right. This hasn't turned into the train wreck everybody was looking for yet.
Smith is being very patient, actually.
before.
Crush your point. All right?
Listen, you have to finish with that left hook. You understand? You don't throw one punch at a time. I want you to use the jab more. Every time you throw it, you land. Jab, jab, hook, and you like throw the hook to the body. You understand? Right hand, left hook. Always finish with a left hook to the head. You make it Smith throw.
Oh, levitate. Come on. Crusher, go with that fucking strike crusher. Don't close your eyes. Look at him and punch.
Deep breath.
You the jab first, Crush. You hear me?
Step with it.
Take a look at what happened. The round is over a good 5 seconds. They've exchanged some words, and Tyson lost his cool. That's the first time I've ever seen him lose his cool before, during, or after a fight.
Very true. You know, another thing, too, in Smith's corner, you heard Smith say, let me have the towel down on my shoulders. And I don't know if you feel it, Larry, but there's all of a sudden a cool breeze coming through here. And a cut over the right eye of Bonecrusher Smith. We'll try to tell you how serious.
From. That's the same eye that Larry Holmes opened up. But I can't see as yet where it is.
Now, I said the right eye, it's the left eye of Bonecrusher Smith.
Step back. Step back.
A lot of blood, but the blood right at the moment does not appear to be going into the eye, but rather alongside it, very similar to that of Tyrell Biggs.
Tyson is unable to get off those Gatling gun combinations because Smith is just thwarting him and staying away and laying on him, using his big long arms.
And Mills Lane has deducted a point from Bonecrusher Smith for holding Mike Tyson.
Smith got in a good right hand. Tyson walked right through it.
And that's significant.
The blood is leaking into the eye right now.
Yeah, it is, and I was going to say one of the differences between this cut and the cut on Tyrell Biggs is that Tyrell Biggs was fighting David Bay. And not Mike Tyson.
Step back. Step back. Step back. Step punch your head.
This is becoming a hitting and holding contest. Not very appealing or dramatic.
Step back. Step back.
And you hear the crowd start to boo. It's the first time I've ever heard a crowd boo at a Mike Tyson fight.
What has got into Mike Tyson?
Give me that towel.
You've got to move your hands. That's it, Jerry.
Not bad.
You've got to move your hands, Crusher.
Not bad.
Crusher, got to move your hands. Throw the right hands, Crusher.
You dropped it out.
Holy shit.
Let's see if we can catch the butt that apparently caused this punch. Right there. Right there. There you see the blood starting to trickle already down the left eye.
1-2. 1-2, Crusher. 1-2. 1-2, Crusher. In the corner. Here we go.
Tyson has made Smith look very, very awkward. Just a big lunging fellow now against the speed of Tyson, who is a difficult target because of his size in any event.
Come on.
And that was indicated in the punch stat numbers that you saw a moment ago. Only 23% effectiveness for Bonecrusher Smith.
Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back, please.
It may be that Tyson is frustrated because he's been unable to land real combinations the way he does in the gyms and on most opponents. Smith is just fighting a fight a defensive fight, and Tyson can't do anything. There you saw him coming around the arm once again, unable to get any leverage into his punches.
Tyson hit him a very good right hook a moment ago, and that really opened the cut up a little bit more. And there's no question but that the cut is bothering Smith, because the blood is getting in the eye.
Step back.
When a fighter puts as much pressure on an opponent as Tyson does, his opponent often just becomes defensive. And Smith has done a lot of that.
Smith got another straight right hand in, but it's only one punch and having no effect whatsoever on Tyson.
Step back, everyone.
Smith, Larry, appears just to be trying to tee off and catch Tyson on the way in.
That's his puncher's chance. Right now, it doesn't look like much of a chance.
Come on, you guys.
Tyson seems to be headhunting as well. He should be working on the body. He's having a hard time getting all the way up to his head. He has to bring down his guard.
And he usually is a devastating body puncher. He seems to be fighting a more emotional fight than I've seen him fight.
Not bad.
Okay. Tyson's corner telling him to fight more. Emil Griffith, you heard him say jab, then cross. Cut right at the moment has not opened up again, and it's actually not directly above the eye. It's more up on the forehead, but enough so that the blood does flow into the eye. Blood now from the cut. And now Bonecrusher Smith going backwards.
We thought neither one of these fellas had a reverse gear, but Bonecrusher has just showed us his.
Watch the head. Watch the head coming in. Come on, come on, come on.
There was a big right hand by Tyson.
Smith has reduced Tyson to having to hunt for him with one shot rather than combinations.
Get back. What's the pass?
Bonecrusher may be trying to take a little bit of a blow here in this round.
There's no way to train to fight like fighting a guy like like Tyson with the pressure that he puts on you by keep coming at you. It's like a quarterback going against a Chicago Bear blitz. All of a sudden, everything is speeded up, and if you don't have the quickness of mind and hand to deal with that speeded up, suddenly you look like a rank amateur, which Smith looks like here.
And as you said, he's just walking through anything that Smith offers on the way in. There's no resistance at all. Dance continues here.
Listen. Let me get myself together. All right. I'll be all right. Okay, give me. But listen, you got to knock him out to do it. Oh, okay. Don't wait
for the guy. He's only looking for one shot on him.
Now we'll see if he can. You're getting a good example right here of how Mike Tyson just does not allow Smith to get his punches off.
And that Mike Tyson is very quick. He sees these punches coming. They're not quick punches, and he's able to duck them very easily.
Smith saying to Tyson, come on, come on, come on, but that is merely words.
Smith appears totally confused and frustrated. That walkabout and this one right here, I have no idea what it's supposed to do.
All right, one step back, one step back, both of you, one step back, boys, one step back, hey, boys.
Unless Smith figures out something fast, his heavyweight reign will last 85 days, and that will be it.
And it doesn't appear really that Smith has a clue right at the moment how to solve this puzzle. There is another big right hand by Tyson. That's the first one that really backed Smith up. Not really what we expected, Larry.
Smith right now is fighting basically a fight for survival, throwing a few hard punches in the hopes of connecting and making something happen.
Double right hand that time by Tyson.
And he appears to be getting tired as well.
Step clean ball. What is that?
Get it done. And the man in the black trunks is the reason for it.
Every great fighter has had fights in which an awkward opponent has made them look something less than great. I'm not saying Mike Tyson is a great fighter yet. He's a great young fighter. But he's just against an opponent here who's in there to survive. old as he is now.
Sit back. Sit back.
And I must say, Bonecrusher Smith is the one fighter I did not think would fight that way. Pretty good exchange there. One punch on both parts, though.
One step back, Jim. One step back, Mike. One step back.
Bonecrusher just kind of taunting Mike Tyson, and I'm not sure why.
Tyson doesn't want to get on his chest and be held, so he's staying outside now, but with his short arms, he can't punch from outside.
I don't know, it might just be frustration on the part of Bonecrusher Smith. He hasn't been able to hit him the conventional way. Me when you break us. There's the left hand, and now Tyson moves in.
All right, we step back, Smith. We step back, bro.
$750 ringside for this.
Pretty hard to believe. Could have gone to see Wayne Newton.
Step back, have to go. Get off that net. Hey, Hope. Jim, get off that net. Come on. Get off the pace. Get off the net. Come on, here we go.
Earlier, Barry, I mentioned how other heavyweights didn't think as much of Tyson, with the apparent exception of Michael Spinks, who's given up his title so he doesn't have to fight him.
Get off that net. Get off that
Right now, he's making those heavyweights a little braver.
Come on, Mike. Back one step back, both of you. Here we go.
A lopsided and basically uninteresting fight.
The only interesting thing here is to watch Tyson and how he tries to deal with this. And I don't think he's dealing with it right. I mean, it's a frustrating fight. It's a hard fight. Smith just isn't there to be punched. But Tyson doesn't seem to be going about it professionally to try to break him down in some way. Punching to the body, perhaps.
I don't know if you heard Tyson say when he went back to his corner after the last round, he said he doesn't want to fight. There was a body shot. That was not a punch. That was not a punch.
Tyson Tyson got off the floor and looked at Smith with disdain, as if to say, are you kidding me? You think that's a punch? Smith's eye springs open again. Smith landed 2 decent left hands.
And he took one right there.
Well, Smith instructed Smith to try to throw some uppercuts as Tyson comes in on him.
Get off that net. Come on, go on. All right, get off the net, Tim. You know better than that. Come on, you're off the net.
Strikes me
One
as
step
just that
back,
Tyson is just there so quickly that you just can't get set to punch.
All right, Mike, what's the hit? What's the hit? What's the hit?
I don't recall Tyson throwing any uppercuts in this fight. It appears to me that what Smith has been instructed to do is to hold his arms up
Step back, both of you, one step
once
back.
again so that Smith's roundhouse punches can't get to his head. And I think that he's got to go to the body and come up with some uppercuts in order to hurt Smith and land something solid.
All right, come on, one step back. Step back, come on, stay here. Come on. Step back, come on. Hey, step back, punch in. Two hands are free. Come on, come on.
I have a question, Barry. You think Tyson looks impressive enough to fight Tyrell Biggs in his next fight?
Step back. You have to fit line again, Jim. It doesn't have to. You keep holding. Come on.
Relatively, it makes Tyrell Biggs' performance look a little better, though.
Step back, Mike. Put punch
Tyson
in.
had a
Step
pretty
back.
good left hand there.
Punch. Step back. Here we go. All right, step back, hold. Just hold. Punch it. Hey, punch it. Hold it. Hit. Come on.
There was a straight left hand by Tyson.
Step back, hold.
Tyson just unable to really throw too many combinations in this fight.
Time. Go here. One more. 1 point here.
Another point being deducted for holding. Second time.
Mills Lane is trying to get them to fight.
All right, come on, clean, move it. Come on, here we go.
That uppercut by Smith was just a little short.
Step back. I step back free. Come on, let it go. Step back. Here we go.
This is a sort of test of Tyson's concentration in a way. He's winning so easily that he doesn't want to make a very bad mistake and just get nailed.
And I'm sure tucked somewhere in the back of Mike Tyson's head is the Smith-Bruno fight, when Bruno came out of nowhere after losing the fight very similarly to this one to knock out Frank Bruno. Admittedly, Bruno is not Mike Tyson.
All right, get one step. Guys locked in. Elbow, one step back. Here we go. All right, one step back. Both of you. Come on, get on it. One step back. Clean. Have the boy hook. Wait, hold on. Sit back. Okay, come on, sit back. Come on.
Tyson has been headhunting throughout this fight, and I don't recall him getting any instructions from his corner to stop it either.
No, in fact, the only instructions were jab, jab, jab.
To that show.
No, I don't think so. And if we do, it would be.
Come on now, you guys. Let's go. It's box. Come on.
We wonder what they're going to take out of this for the highlights.
All right, one step back. Quit punching, Mike. Quit punching. One step back, Smitty. One step back. Don't touch.
Not Mike Tyson's fault. It takes two to fight.
I just think Smith is so frustrated by Tyson, and was early on, that he just kind of said to hell with him.
He's been wearing a big cowboy hat around here all week, and right now I'd have to say he's all hat and no cattle.
Step back. Come on. Step back. Step back.
Cut has opened up again over the eye of Bonecrusher Smith.
Come on.
I imagine Larry Holmes is sitting there in eastern Pennsylvania and thinking, well, if they come up with the money, I just might take a shot at this.
Yeah, that's the thing. A fight like this brings them all out of the woodwork.
George Foreman is starting his comeback on Monday.
Step back. Come on.
Point out that Bonecrusher Smith has only been down once in his career, and that was in his first fight.
Come on.
In his defense, Bonecrusher is apparently trying his best. That just isn't good enough.
This is your last round to Mike Tyson.
Step back, come on, Mike. Step back, come on, Smitty, come on.
But there are in fact 2 to go.
Dead head, come on. Step back, come on, one step back, both of you. Come on, Smitty, anymore hit. All right, come on.
One thing I can tell you, Bonecrusher Smith tomorrow morning is going to feel like his face was hit with a bag of rocks.
Step back, Mike. One step back. Here we go. Step back, Jim. Hold on. Step back. Here we go.
But Mike Tyson is a prideful athlete, and he really wants to look better. If he doesn't, it's just not there. Some days, an outstanding athlete or an outstanding team just doesn't have the opponent opposite that can make him do his stuff.
And that's certainly been the case tonight. I think the biggest thing is that we didn't expect it to be that way.
Yep.
Step back, step back, here we go.
There was a body shot by Mike Tyson, one of the few he's thrown.
He should have had about 50 more by now.
Come on, Mike, come on, Boone. Oh, here we go.
That's a big difference between Tyson and Joe Frazier. Tyson has been compared to Frazier for obvious reasons. Joe Frazier was a murderous body puncher. He didn't care who he was in there with. He killed the body first, and the head will go. It's dissatisfying because prize fighting is drama and theater, and when you have a great athlete and you want to see him perform and tested, and he's not performing and he's not being tested.
All right, one step back. Good, last good round, you guys. Come on, one step back. Yeah, here we go. Oh, step back, come on, one step back clean, both of them. Come on, one step back. Here we go, here we go.
What we're going to start reading about and hearing about Tyson now is, come on, fellas, he's not as good as Ali, he's not as good as Frazier. And in truth, he's not as good as they are. He hasn't had the record to show it yet.
I think
but it's been said about every champion.
And it's been said about Mike Tyson by Mike Tyson also. He has said he's not great yet.
Joe Louis wasn't as good as Dempsey, and Ali wasn't as good as Louis.
Speaking of theater.
Well, we needed something. I didn't know that it would be comic relief coming from either of these kind of serious fellows.
Well, 1:15 to go in this one. Assuming we've kept you awake.
Tyson is trying everything he can to try to get in one good punch. They are being booed, and I imagine even Tyson is the target of some of them, but Smith should be the target.
On a theme of a barnyard cheer.
Well, they are yelling Tyson, Tyson. They want him to end this dramatically as well if he can.
There was a right hand by Smith. That actually backed Tyson up.
That was the best punch of the fight. We thought we would see that in the first 10 seconds, not in the last 10 seconds.
And it is over.
It was too late, it was too little for Bonecrusher Smith. Where was that an hour ago?
And I'm sure that's exactly what Bonecrusher Smith is going to be asking himself. Styles make fights. That has been said on so many occasions, and that was the case here tonight. Only in this case, Styles did not make a fight. And it was a dance in large part for 12 rounds. Tyson trying to do everything he could. Let's take another look at that action right at the end, and I'm sure Mike Tyson, the next time we talk to him, is going to say that was one of the hardest shots he's taken. It definitely backed him up. Here's another look at it. Smith coming from down around the shoe tops. A wild swinging and holding. That was pretty much the story of the fight. Winging left hand as you look from our up top camera. And there's a look at a face that is going to smart come tomorrow. Take a look at the numbers from this fight. Tyson, of course, much more active and much more accurate. As Bonecrusher Smith with only a 23%.
Judge Lou Tabbitt scores 120, 106. Judge Jojo Guerra scores 119, 107. And Judge Dolby Shirley scores 119, 107. For the new WBA WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Iron Mike Tyson.
A popular verdict. At least the result was popular, not so much the way the result was attained. Larry Merchant trying to get his way over to the winner, and still the champion Mike Tyson, and he is with Mike Tyson right now, so let's go up to the ring.